What if one machine could erase distance, rewrite travel, and upend everything you know about flying? Japan is no stranger to bold ideas, but this time, they've gone upgrades or prototypes. It's something entirely new. Quiet, fast, and cleaner than anything before it, this vehicle isn't just about tech, it's about timing. While the world debates carbon and congestion, Japan may have quietly leapt ahead. And somewhere inside this lineup is a project that sounds too ambitious to be real, yet it's already moving. What are they building and why is no one else doing it like this? ZEST, Zero-Emission Supersonic Transport. Japan's Zero-Emission Supersonic Transport, ZEST, project is aiming to redefine long-distance air travel. Designed to reach speeds over Mach 4, ZEST could potentially connect cities like Tokyo and Paris in under 3 hours. What makes it stand out isn't just speed, it's the promise of zero emissions. By using hydrogen-powered, air-breathing engines and advanced thermal management systems, the aircraft is being developed to produce no carbon dioxide during flight. That could place Japan ahead in the race for sustainable high-speed aviation, especially as global regulations tighten around emissions. The ZEST program is still in conceptual and early design stages, with long-term timelines pointing toward the 2030s or even 2040. It's being guided by Japanese engineers and tied closely to European firm Airbus, through its subsidiary that introduced the concept. Some industry observers question the viability of clean hypersonic flight at that scale. Will hydrogen propulsion and reusable engines really work at Mach 4 and still be affordable? Or is this more vision than reality? If Japan can pull it off, ZEST won't just be fast, it'll be a blueprint for how to fly clean at extreme speed. If you think this one is groundbreaking, wait until you see what's coming up next. Mark II Aurora, Spaceplane. Japan's Mark II Aurora is a reusable spaceplane project backed by JAXA and ANA, developed in collaboration with Dawn Aerospace. It stands out for its unique ability to take off from a regular runway like a jet, yet reach the edge of space without the need for traditional rockets or launch pads. This capability opens new possibilities for satellite delivery, suborbital research, and rapid deployment of cargo. Its jet-like design allows for multiple daily launches, which could reduce costs and make near-space operations more routine. The Mark II Aurora has already completed civilian supersonic test flights, marking real progress just concept stages. What makes this aircraft especially relevant is Japan's interest in adapting it for commercial and defense applications. ANA's involvement hints at future plans for satellite logistics, and possibly even space tourism. With global attention on reusable spaceflight technologies, Japan entering the arena with a lightweight, scalable model is significant. Still, questions remain: can it handle the thermal stress of repeated launches, and will regulatory hurdles slow its rollout? While still in development, the Mark II Aurora positions Japan to challenge existing players in the emerging low-orbit economy with a practical and cost-efficient solution. Mitsubishi FX, F3. Japan's Mitsubishi FX, also known as the F3, is its most ambitious fighter aircraft project to date. Developed as a sixth-generation stealth fighter, it's designed to replace the aging F2 fleet while taking Japan's air combat capabilities into the next era. What sets the FX apart is its integration of artificial intelligence, sensor fusion, and the ability to control drone wingmen mid-flight, features that go what's seen in current fifth-gen jets. It's also being developed with stealth shaping, radar-absorbing materials, and a projected emphasis on long-range engagement and survivability in contested environments. The FX is part of an international partnership with the UK and Italy, combining Japan's design leadership with European experience from projects like Tempest. However, timelines are uncertain, with initial deployment not expected until around 2035. There are still questions: can such a complex, multinational effort stay on schedule and budget? Will Japan lean more on its F-35 fleet if delays occur? What's clear is that the FX could redefine regional air dominance if fully realized. With increasing tensions in the Indo-Pacific, Japan's push to build its own next-gen fighter could shift the balance of air power in Asia. Mitsubishi X2 Shinshin. The Mitsubishi X2 Shinshin was Japan's bold entry into the world of stealth aviation and served as a crucial technology demonstrator for future fighter development. First flown in 2016, The X-2 wasn't intended for combat use but instead to validate cutting-edge technologies like 3D thrust vectoring, radar-absorbing materials, and next-gen stealth shaping. Nearly 90% of the aircraft was developed domestically, highlighting Japan's ambition to build an independent aerospace industry after decades of relying on foreign designs. The project also tested advanced avionics and sensor systems that would later feed into the Mitsubishi FX program. Though the X-2 never entered production, its impact on Japan's defense strategy was significant. It provided real flight data to support sixth-generation aircraft planning, proving Japan's ability to create modern stealth platforms from the ground up. Analysts still debate whether Japan might revive or adapt some of the X-2's features for future unmanned systems. Was the Shinshin a one-off experiment, or a quiet signal of Japan's long-term stealth capability roadmap? Either way, it marked a turning point, proof that Japan could go licensed manufacturing and innovate at the cutting edge of aerospace design. Tetra Aviation Mk5, Solo Sky Cruiser. Tetra Aviation's Mk5 is a fully electric, single-passenger vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) aircraft designed for personal urban and regional mobility. Built with a carbon fiber frame and featuring 32 rotors and fixed wings, it's engineered to operate without runways and with minimal infrastructure. The Mk5 has a projected range of around 160 kilometers, 100 miles, and a cruising speed of up to 160 kilometers per hour, 100 miles per hour, positioning it as a practical option for solo commutes or short-distance travel. It debuted publicly at the Oshkosh AirVenture show in the US, drawing attention for its minimalist yet futuristic design. What sets the Mk5 apart is its focus on individual mobility, not mass transport. This approach aligns with emerging trends in air mobility as a service, where users could one day hail personal aerial rides much like a ground-based rideshare. But questions remain: can regulators adapt fast enough, and will safety and certification hurdles delay the path to market? Japan's role in backing a bold, private sector-driven aircraft like the Mk5 suggests confidence in an eventual shift toward practical, clean, short-haul flight. If it succeeds, this aircraft could change how we think about commuting entirely. SkyDrive SD-05, Flying Car. The SkyDrive SD-05 is Japan's first fully electric flying car designed for real-world deployment, not just concept demonstrations. Developed by SkyDrive Incorporated with support from companies like Suzuki, the SD-05 features vertical takeoff and landing (VTOL) capability, seating for two, and a compact, lightweight design aimed at short-range urban transport. It's designed for a top speed of around 60 km per hour and a range of roughly 10 km, ideal for dense city environments. Unlike some eVTOLs targeting high performance or luxury, the SD-05 is being positioned as a practical air taxi solution, with public flight demonstrations already underway. What makes this aircraft notable is Japan's commitment to putting it into service by the 2025 Osaka Expo, where it's expected to operate in live environments. That goal, while ambitious, shows how seriously Japan views urban air mobility as part of its transportation future. Still, challenges remain: limited range, battery efficiency, and regulatory approval will shape how viable the SD-05 really is for daily use. Could we see rooftop-to-rooftop flying taxis become normal in Japanese cities? If the rollout succeeds, SkyDrive's SD-05 might become the first commercially available flying car system in Asia. Mitsubishi AI-driven unmanned jet. Mitsubishi's AI-driven unmanned jet is one of Japan's boldest entries into next-generation military aviation. Designed as a testbed for fully autonomous flight, this one-seater aircraft relies entirely on onboard artificial intelligence to handle navigation, threat detection, and mission execution. It's not just a remote-controlled drone. This platform is being built to make real-time decisions without a human pilot. Developed by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the jet is expected to play a critical role in future combat support operations, including electronic warfare, reconnaissance, and acting as a loyal wingman alongside manned aircraft. The aircraft is scheduled for testing in 2025 and is part of Japan's broader effort to modernize its defense capabilities using unmanned systems. One of its standout goals is adaptability. The AI will be trained to improve performance with each mission and could eventually operate in coordinated swarms. Could this be the start of Japan developing a full autonomous combat fleet? Possibly, though it will depend on how effectively the system handles complex battlefield scenarios. If successful, this aircraft won't just assist human pilots, it might lead the next wave of unmanned aerial warfare strategy. Archer Midnight, City Hopper Jet. The Archer Midnight is an electric vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) aircraft developed in the US, but Japan is playing a key role in scaling its deployment. Japanese firm Source plans to acquire 100 Midnight units to build a new urban air mobility network across major Japanese cities. The Midnight is designed for short-range flights of around 32 kilometers, 20 miles, with quick turnaround times, making it ideal for city-to-airport transfers or downtown-to-suburb hops. It can carry 4 passengers and a pilot, with a focus on low-noise operation and zero emissions, both crucial factors in dense urban settings. This interest of Japan in this aircraft could be seen as a bigger push to engage in sustainable, high-frequency urban air transport. Everything buoys up to the Expo, Osaka Kansai Expo 2025, and there is pressure to showcase systems that can work. But will the infrastructure and regulations keep up? Rooftop landing pads, battery charging stations and flight corridors are still in the planning phases. But if all goes well, Japan could be paving the way for the introduction of eVTOLs into everyday life. Archer Midnight, foreign-made but soon-to-be familiar sight in the Japanese skies, slowly changing how cities above the gridlock connect with each other. Keep your eyes on the screen, because this next machine is belief. Shinmeiwa US-2. The Shinmeiwa US-2 is one of the most capable amphibious aircraft in the world, designed specifically for search and rescue operations in rough maritime conditions. Developed by Japan's Shinmeiwa Industries for the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, the US-2 can take off and land on water with waves as high as 3 meters, 10 feet, a feat unmatched by most aircraft in its class. It also boasts a takeoff distance of just 280 meters, making it highly useful for missions in remote or constrained environments. With a range exceeding 2,800 kilometers and capacity for over 20 passengers or evacuees, it is a proven asset for both military and humanitarian operations. US-2 operates with a high-end feature combined with a basic ruggedness. It has boundary layer control during takeoff and landing to enhance the lift, as well as fly-by-wire controls and enormous turboprop engines. The craft can then operate where other planes cannot, such as on open seas or on disaster-stricken islands. It has received much international attention for its performance, including interest from India, but slow to take off on export talks due to price and political considerations. However, its unique mission profile and reliability make it an unmatched asset in maritime rescue works, a jewel in Japan's engineering depth in specialized aviation. Kawasaki P-1. The Kawasaki P-1 is Japan's first domestically developed maritime patrol aircraft, purpose-built from the ground up for anti-submarine warfare, surveillance, and maritime reconnaissance. Unlike many patrol aircraft adapted from commercial airframes, the P-1 was designed specifically for military needs. It uses 4 low-noise turbofan engines to provide long-range capability and quiet operation, an advantage when hunting stealthy submarines. Its advanced sensor suite includes magnetic anomaly detectors, sonobuoy deployment systems, and radar capable of detecting small surface targets in rough seas. Please subscribe channel.